Join me as I dive deep into my own mind to uncover some mind-blowing secrets that our brains keep hidden from us. Have you ever stopped to think about just how much our brains are capable of? I mean, we're talking about an organ that can process information, store memories, and even control our bodily functions, all without us even having to think about it. But despite its incredible capabilities, there are still so many secrets that our brains keep hidden from us. And understanding these secrets can actually have a profound impact on our daily lives. By uncovering the mysteries of our minds, we can improve our mental clarity, boost our productivity, and even enhance our overall well-being. So, if you're as curious as I am, then let's dive right in and explore the mind-blowing secrets that our brains hide from us. One common misconception about the brain is that we only use a tiny percentage of it. You've probably heard that myth before, that we only use about 10% of our brain capacity and that the rest is just wasted space. But the truth is, we use almost every part of our brain, and the areas that are inactive are usually just dormant or reserved for special situations. Another myth is that people are either left-brained or right-brained, as if one side of the brain is more dominant than the other. But in reality, both sides of the brain work together to process information and make decisions. And then there's the myth that our brains can't change or adapt once we reach adulthood. But the truth is, our brains are incredibly malleable, and we can rewire them through practice and repetition. By recognizing these misconceptions, we can begin to understand just how capable our brains really are. We've all heard the phrase perception is reality, but did you know that our brains are actually wired to distort reality? It's true, our brains can only process so much information at a time, so they often fill in gaps and make assumptions based on past experiences. This can lead to some pretty significant cognitive biases that affect the way we think and make decisions. For example, the availability heuristic is a bias that makes us overestimate the importance of information that's readily available, like news headlines or social media posts. And the confirmation bias makes us seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs, rather than considering alternative perspectives. By recognizing these biases, we can start to overcome them and make more informed decisions. Our brains are also incredibly skilled at filtering out information that's not relevant to us. This is why we often don't remember entire conversations or details from our daily lives. Our brains are constantly prioritizing what's important and what's not. And did you know that our brains can even process information subconsciously? This is why we often have gut instincts or hunches about certain situations, even if we can't quite explain why we feel that way. By tapping into our subconscious mind, we can access a whole new level of creativity and problem-solving ability. But perhaps the most surprising secret about our brains is that they're actually wired to be creative and imaginative. Despite what we might think, our brains aren't just logical and analytical, they're also incredibly artistic and expressive. This is why we often have vivid dreams and why we're capable of creating such incredible works of art, music, and literature. By recognizing this creative potential, we can start to tap into it and unlock new levels of innovation and inspiration. One of the most mind-blowing secrets about our brains is that they're capable of reorganizing themselves in response to new experiences and learning. This is called neuroplasticity, and it's the key to unlocking our full potential. By challenging ourselves and pushing beyond our comfort zones, we can actually rewire our brains and create new neural pathways. This is why practice and repetition are so important. They help our brains adapt and change over time. In fact, our brains are so adaptable that they can even rewire themselves in response to our thoughts and emotions. This is why mindfulness and meditation are so powerful. They can actually change the way our brains function and respond to stress. By recognizing the power of our thoughts and emotions, we can start to harness them and create positive change in our lives. So, what does it all mean? By understanding these mind-blowing secrets about our brains, we can start to unlock our full potential and create positive change in our lives. We can overcome cognitive biases, tap into our creative potential, and even rewire our brains to achieve our goals and dreams. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the mysteries of the mind. If you want to learn more about brain science and unlock the full potential of your own mind, be sure to check out our next video on the power of neuroplasticity. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. What's the most surprising secret you've learned about your brain?